one of the things he must be, I would imagine, his leadership must be respected by the team. As I've lasted so long, I must assume that my leadership has been respected and generally approved. Second point I want to make is that we do have differences of opinion with the chairman of the group. There could be and there should be. But generally, unless it's something that is a matter of principle, I always found that one can work on a consensus, either convince them, and if it's not something very serious and I can't convince them and they are very, very sure of themselves, I accept their view. It's never done like, say, in a battle, in a war.
I think one thing which is there, at least among the older generation, a very high sense of loyalties to companies. It's reduced now, but it's still more than it is in certainly the American world, fairly comparable with the European world. Second is, I think there's a now unique force building up of in-country, for-country innovation. And that is determined by two major factors: very low affordability of the mass emerging market at the bottom of the pyramid, and two, very low unit buying capacity. So it not only has to be cheap, but the unit you buy has to be in small lots, like shampoo in sachets, like a cigarette in loose, like Wrigley's chewing gum in packs of 2 and packs of 4, not in packs of 10. And because of this, what it is doing and what it is demonstrating is business models where you're able to build products and services at not 10% price offs, but at 50, 60, 70, 80 and 90% price off, which is completely creating a new market.
I think that for all of us within industry, right, profits and losses are risks that we take. And I don't think that we can rely on regulators or governments to guarantee our profits or losses. To me, what is most important is, do we really move the country forward? And does the consumer gain? And I think that the question as a journalist that you should be thinking about is that even if there are profits and losses, who gains and who loses? And as long as the consumer gains and the country moves forward, it's worth taking those losses, right? Some of us are big boys, we can afford that.
What we found today, the insight that we had was that people are looking for different kinds of companies in the world. And frankly, we had this insight well before Occupy Wall Street. What we sensed was a fundamental lack of trust, an erosion of trust in the corporate world. And what we understood was that branding was no longer just about your product, service, and what could be done with it, but do you trust that company? Will you buy its products and services because you believe in them? And I think that's when we decided we had to undergo a radical reinvention of ourselves. So I think we had to rise first ourselves before we went out with that sermon. But thanks to the people we have, I think we've done an admirable job of it.
Well, you know, the way I have measured fairness is through the golden rule. Do unto others what you want them to do unto you. As long as that is acceptable, then that is fair. That is the way I have defined fairness. That is following the golden rule. I think that is where, you know, I am a great fan and admirer of Mahatma Gandhi, whose greatest virtue was leadership by example. He, whatever values he wanted his colleagues to follow, he first demonstrated those values in action himself. And then automatically other people would follow them. If I want people to come to the office on time, if I came to the office on time, then I don't need to tell anybody. Everybody will be watching a leader. All the eyes will be on the leader. Similarly, if I want people to be honest, I don't have to tell them to be honest, I have to be honest.
Well, the first one was my relationship with my mother. My mother was a teacher, and she went out of her way to teach me a lot of things which were, to my mind, extremely important at a very young age. So, for example, she taught me how to cross the road near our house at the age of 3 or 4 and made me go alone on the road so that I get self-confidence, get used to it, etc. At the age of 10, she gave me pocket money of which I had to do everything, including buying my school books, paying my school fees, buying my clothes, etc. So that I learned to budget, manage a budget very well at a very young age. And then she encouraged me to travel across India in third-class railway compartments with some friends. So I've been to South India, we went to Manali, and where we bumped into our then Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru, we trekked to Rohtang. So that gave me a tremendous confidence, tremendous way of planning and being self-sufficient. What's very important is learning academic subjects is very important, knowing these are important, but management is a key to a lot of things. And in India, unfortunately, we don't get our management right. We see it in government, we see it in a lot of other organizations. Business management here means only business, but management really is to how to manage everything. Whether it's a hospital or whether it's a government department, managing it well can add a lot of value.
I've always felt that when you're in a position of heading and being responsible for several 100,000 people, that you have to do what you think is the right thing. Now sometimes that right thing is not the softest option or the easiest option to look at. And going down that path might hurt some people who are on your side. And it's always a dilemma as to, do you protect their interests, which you are doing anyway, or do you do this in a manner that endangers them, possibly? And I've always felt that you need to be doing the right thing, but you need to communicate with these people that you are doing the right thing because you feel it's necessary, and these are the dangers or pitfalls or difficulties that might be experienced. And you don't often have support from the people that you're doing this for. And sitting where they are, they may feel that you shouldn't do this. It's too risky or too difficult. But the alternative of not doing it, is sitting quiet or appeasing that situation, are far, far worse. So finally, the process appears to be, in my mind, do what you think is the right thing. Think it through. Try to gain as much scenario knowledge that you can about what can go wrong and what plan B and C and D might be, but then just go and do it.
Hope you like this video. Hit the like button and subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to hit the bell icon so that you never miss an update. Please comment down below and let me know if you like this video and if you have any suggestion for our channel. See you till the next video. Till then, take care. Bye.